how good does Lance have to be for 49ers fans to be happy, in your opinion?
Well, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I asked the question on Twitter. I said, if Trey Lance is a more athletic Ryan Tannehill, would you be happy? And it was a mixed bag. A lot, I think a lot of
That's what
people
I think
appreciate
Fields is
Tannehill.
actually.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. Yeah.
So, to me, that basically everybody agreed that would be like a top 10 quarterback, but seemed like a lot of people would not be okay with that. They said it'd be way too much capital to give up. I really think if Lance is not a mainstay in that top five, 2, 3 years from now, I think people are going to be pissed.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe that I got, at least from that small sample size. So I could be wrong about that. I'm happy if he's a mainstay in the top 10. I'm cool with that because that means the 49ers are winning, especially with Shanahan at the helm. But man, if he's not top five and that's what the fan base is expecting, like they might turn on him. That would suck.
Well, look at it this way. He's got to be better than Justin Fields. Got to be better than Mac Jones. Because not the Niners didn't just take Trey Lance over those two. They traded up to take him. They traded up far. And I think it's fair to wonder if it was necessary. Trey Lance might have been there at 10. Maybe he might have been there at 12. You don't know. I don't think anyone really knows where Trey Lance was going to go. So I'm not saying the Niners got it wrong, but that's an easy comparison. This is because Kyle Shanahan passed on Watson, passed on Mahomes. If Fields and Mack end up being great, and Trey Lance ends up being good, or not, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah, that's a good point. And hindsight's 2020, right? Like obviously looking back on it, you're going, well, we could have stayed at 12 and gotten Mac, which would have been cool, I guess. They could have traded up 1 or 2 spots and gotten
No, I'm
Fields.
with them. I like what they did, but
Yeah.
ultimately it doesn't mean they got it right. They got to
No,
get it
right,
right.
right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they got to
Yeah.
get
I
it
mean,
right.
looking
Yeah,
back on it now, it's like, yeah, that could definitely come back to haunt him because
yeah,
those guys were there to be had,
yeah.
for a
And
lot
they look
cheaper.
good. They
Yeah.
look good. Honestly, all the rookie quarterbacks look good, including Lance.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of pressure here. I mean, yeah, if he's a top 10 quarterback, top five quarterback, that's great. I still think they can win a lot of games with him the way the Niners won a lot of games with Kaepernick. There's a very
For sure.
clear correlation. If you can run the zone read, if you can make big plays with your arm, uh, you're gonna win games. It's just like, is he gonna be worth the second contract? Is he gonna get the Josh Allen deal, the Patrick Mahomes deal? I don't know. Not if he keeps stealing, missing passes over the middle high. Like, but at the same time, he's 21. We'll come. We'll ask that question. We'll figure that out when he's 24.
Yeah.
So I don't. That's I think probably he would need to get the second contract or win a Super Bowl in the next 4 years. One or the other. That
Yeah.
would
Winning a
probably,
Super Bowl
yeah,
cures
that'll do
everything,
it.
right?
Yeah, that'll do it.
So,
Yeah.
but you're
A lot of
right. I
pressure
mean, if
though.
if Fields is Russell Wilson and Lance is Kaepernick, like that's not a good look,
That's a no good. Right.
from a skill standpoint. So,
And I gotta say, I do have a lot of questions with Justin Fields, but so
yeah, me
far,
too.
he looks good. So far, and
Yeah.
so does Mac Jones. So
Yeah.
just ups the ante on the Niners. And I
For
do
sure.
think that Trey Lance is gonna look real good because what happens with I think the comparison is Lamar, because Lamar runs a ton of the zone read. And it's the first thing you got to stop when you play the Ravens, and it's so hard. It's not easy, even if you prepare really well and make that your focus. And because that's your focus, it opens up the pocket passing game. It slows down the pass rush. I mean, I think Lamar statistically is like the most efficient pocket passer in the league because defenses are trying to stop everything else.
He just doesn't
So
do a lot of it.
he doesn't do a lot of it. So I think when Lance starts being used where he's running as much as he's throwing and he's having success on the ground, everything will open up for him and he'll have success. But of course, you can't play that way forever.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things to look at is, we talk about how good the rookies are playing, but he's leading all the rookies as far as completion
I
percentage
saw that.
past the sticks.
I saw
That's
that.
good.
Yep.
He's leading all the rookies as far as drops, which again, that's not good that receivers are dropping it, but you add 7 completions to his total and things look a lot different. You know what I mean? So there's a lot to be excited about with
Yeah.
Lance, and we're not going to know for a few years. I'm still hedging my bet. I think Lance is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. Eric says, do you think Kyle is sour because Mac Jones looks good? I don't see him being sour,
Too
actually.
early for that.
Javi, what's up, Javi?
Hey,
Says, is this
hey.
Lance package a slow transition to him starting? Eating away at Jimmy Snap per week. built-in protection for all three guys, Jimmy, Lance, and Kyle. I think basically, yeah. I mean, unless Lance can just step up against the Raiders and just make it like, oh, he's ready. Everyone sees it and everyone says it for a week. Until that happens, you just keep giving Lance more and more opportunities to show it. Okay, you didn't show it against the Raiders. Show it against the Lions as a backup. Show it against the Eagles as a back. As soon as you show it, it's like, okay, Jimmy, thanks. Thank you. Our guy's ready. Goodbye. He's shown it. And George Kittle's convinced.
Yeah, again, at the very least, Javi, and I know that you've been on, hey, this is a pure battle, and there's a lot of people that said that it was never a competition, but we know if Trey Lance has that starting position, they're not doing any of this or talking about any of this.
No.
This, at the very least, shows that they wanted Lance to be the starter, and they did want it to be an open competition. And even if he hasn't won it before the preseason, if they end up doing that and transitioning to Lance week 3, week 4, something like that, it shows that they wanted Lance to be the guy the whole time, and they needed him to prove it.
Sean says, Kyle, who's starting week 1? What's backing him up? And I don't know. It's somewhere else. He's doing the who's on first joke.
Yeah, I like it.
That was good. Steve says, could Mostert have an injured season and get traded? Nah, it's a contract year, so they need to get playing time out of Mostert. Ain't no trade coming for him.
Mostert and Jimmy are like the two players that 49er fans often want to trade and get the world for. It's like these guys don't have any value.
Yeah. Hold on. We got one more. You guys are being very generous tonight. Johns George says, could Fields be looking better than Lance because Bears are making him do whatever he wants so that they can win over fans? Lance be a held back. No, hold on. No, I don't want to make it that simple. They're not running the zone read in Chicago. What I like about Fields, here's the way I look at it. It's like when there's a pass rush and a defensive end runs past the quarterback, dude, you got to take that that's your first read. That's your first read. Lance, take it. And what I like about Fields is he's taking it. He's being very decisive and getting out of the pocket at the right times. And at Ohio State, I felt like he was just, I don't know, doing a lot of things Lance is doing, like staying in the pocket too long. Like trying too hard to show that you're a pocket quarterback. Like, get out, get out. It's like that movie, Get Out. And like Lance, I want you to, and I understand, I think he's trying to, in preseason, work on other stuff. And I get that. And maybe Fields would have been better off working on other stuff too. But he's very decisive. And then when he is evading pass rushers, he's very confident and agile. He's like, I know I'm so much more athletic than you. And I feel like Lance is just realizing it. Like on the 2-point conversion, he's like, oh, I can run for it. Oh, I'll run for it. It's like, yeah, run. Yeah, dude, run for it. Come on. Yes.
See, I think Lance is fast, but I question how elusive he is.
Fair.
I guess he is elusive. I just don't see him.
Is he going to be more like young Roethlisberger where he's like stiff arming people and then like picking up speed downfield?
Right. Yeah. Which you saw even on that touchdown run. He did. He stiff armed somebody and ended up getting in the end zone. That's how he got the 2-point conversion that was called back. So I don't know if he's elusive enough to step in the pocket and hit that corner and just be gone. I think that he's really going to have to see it. And once he picks up speed, yeah, he'll take off on you, but he's going to need a little bit because he lumbers, you know?
He's going to need to develop the improvisational part of his game because it's the most deadly part of...
For sure.
It's like a 3-point shot in basketball. Like, dog, you want that. And it's great to, stay in the pocket and to roll out, but, like, definitely get out.
But that's how Shanahan can definitely help him, right? Like, if he moves the launch point almost, 50% of the throws... then Lance can get around the corner, right? Because he knows where he's going and the defense has no idea. So at that point, he's already on the move. He's got some momentum. He can definitely take off on people. But if he's just sitting in the pocket and a DN crashes on him, I don't know if he's that type of player where he's going to get away and be elusive. I do think he can shrug off an arm tackle and step up in the pocket and deliver a pass, but I don't know if he's going to take off on you.
It's a part of his game. He's going to have to. He'll get a feel for it. He'll get a feel for what he can get away with. Zane says, I LMAO'd when you responded to Shandy today. If we're alive tomorrow, that was classic. I forget what the context was, but he was saying something about how you can't predict the future. And I was like, right, because you don't even know. He's like, I'm glad you said it. I didn't want to say it. I have fun with Kyle. It's just sometimes I have to grill him, man, and he doesn't like being grilled. I respect it. I don't like being grilled either. I hate that. Leave me alone. Just praise me. Tell me I'm good. Sean says Chicago and New England are letting their quarterbacks do what they are good at instead of having them work on what they are not good at long-term versus short-term. Yeah, it's interesting. Matt Nagy not starting Justin Fields. Good call, dude. You just following the Anthony Lynn playbook to a T, right? Like how to get fired with a good quarterback, how to set up the next coach for a franchise quarterback. 49ers First Takes gives us $5. Thank you, man.
I just did a show with him right before this, Aaron. He's a good guy. Go
Good
check
guy.
him
Well,
out.
thank you for the donation. I appreciate it.